Welcome. Now, being a person that doesn't throw things away, today is one of these videos where I'm glad I didn't throw something away. I've had another problem with the Porsche. I forgot about unplugging my camera. It's flattened my battery, so I've had enough of it. So I'm now going to do something permanent. So here's my dilemma. So there's my charger, and I want to keep that permanently plugged in, and I want to screw that to the wall. Okay, up to that point all is good. Here's my problem. So this wee connector here, oh sorry, I better pull it up here. This wee connector here, that's it. That's all I've got, just this small wee bit of wire for the connector. So this has to go to the battery, alright? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these off, okay? And I've actually found something that no longer gets used, which is a battery charger, right? And I'm going to modify it. So did I stop that? No, didn't I? Now this is what I'm going to take the wire from, to extend this wire so that I've got a long enough lead to go from the garage wall, and it'll come into the end of the battery charger connector, which is that, and this bit is going to sit permanently fixed onto my battery. So when I park the car up, I take this out under the frunk and all I do is I take this end, plug it to that, and that's my battery on a permanent trickle charge. So let's stop waffling and let's strip this bad boy. Okay. Now there's a fantastic length of wire on this, okay? So this piece here, okay, I might want to use this later on, so I'll leave a wee bit onto it, and that will go back into storage again, okay, because I don't throw things away. Next thing I have is so there is another way I can do this. I can install a cigarette lighter kind of thing onto the battery, and that would do it. But you know what? I'm going to do it right. So again, I'll not throw that away. I'm going to keep that. Right. So now, this is the end that I've got to extend. Oh, that rhymes. So, again, I'll load these alligator clips. So I'll just snip that. And snip that. Now it's easy to remember what's what here, because red is live and black is earth. But because this is an orange wire, alright, you will see closely onto it that there is, maybe a bit too close, right, but you'll see there's the writing there. So we will use the wire with the writing. That's going to be my live wire. Alright, now I thought I should have been able to just pause it a minute. Right, so I've got my handy snips here, okay, and I'll update that so you can see what I'm doing. That should give me enough to put a split onto the wire, okay, and pare it back. Alright, so to make sure that I know what I'm working with here, okay, we'll use a small piece of red tape to identify the one with the wire. That's the positive wire for me. But because there's two wires, and just in case somebody goes, what, will you make a mistake with the other wire? No. There you go, look at that. There's a bit of black onto there. So the black tape is now there. So you can clearly identify that's going to be the live, and that is going to be the earth. Okay. So next thing I need to do now is the same with these. So let's pair these wires, because we're ready to go with this now. What I'll do is I'll use my gauge actually, so that I've got them all the same length. Alright, so that could go to there, and then just do that, and then the earth goes on to there, and do that. Yeah. So that's that done. It should probably work as well on this as well, I would think. Now, how easy was that? Okay. So, now, I would love to figure out a way of bonding these properly. And there's loads of different ways to do this. So, let's try this so that this doesn't fall foul. So, I'll wind these two together. Then I'll bind these two together, okay, and then I'll take these two and wind them back onto one another, and there you go, look at that. Now that's great in the fact that I've done that, but what's no great is I forgot to put the heat shrink on. Cut! Now, magically, there you go. There's the two pieces of heat shrink on, and there's your wares complete. Now, I'm going to just bear that down a wee bit more so I've got plenty of room to work with. What we need now is, I need this. This is my helping hands. We've seen this before getting used. So basically that'll hold that there, and that'll hold that there. Okay. And what I'm going to be able to do now is, I'm going to be able to use this bad boy. And this was the Parkside tool for soldering. So now we'll know we've been there before, that I'm definitely not the best solderer in the world. Okay, and if memory serves me correct, I think I have a bit missing from this, so I need to go and find it. So, here we are now, plug, and I've tidied all this up with heat shrink. Okay, so here's the two wires now, all joined and they're soldered. Also, we heat shrink these. That's all you need to do with this stuff. Just a wee bit of a flame. And that's it. Now, what I've also done to is to make sure that this is extra tidy as well, I'm going to put over the top of that heat shrink, oh god, this piece of heat shrink, if I can get this just over this last wee bit here, you know what? Let's go and get just a bigger bit on. Right. I should have cut this, but I'm just letting you see how easy it is. Right, so there's the heat shrink on. I just feed this right up through until you get it to cover exactly the area to give you a nice finish. And what I'll do is I'll put the smaller bit on now, because what I can actually do is I could tuck that over my smaller bit, which I've just knocked everything on the floor. Right, so there we go. So this could be quite a clever finish actually. So I'll take that up to as far as that will go on the heat shrink. Alright, and then I'll take this bit of heat shrink to cover both ends, and then we should see some kind of a tidy result. Yeah. Now my heat shrinking is probably as good as my soldering, if not better. Now I know that you may think that this is a bit of an untidy and messy job, but you know what, it's all going to be indoors, it's safe, and there's no any chance of shorting or electrocution. So there you go. That is from that end all the way through, and we're now on to the cable. Okay, so let's now go to the other end, because I can take this out of the way now. Alright, and again I'll get my snips. Okay, and again this will probably be best bit of 8 inches of a split, because bearing in mind this has to go onto the battery, and that's all you do is just that. Now, although it might be too long, I'm not really worried too much about this, because at the end of the day I can make it wider. I'd rather it wasn't wide enough than too wide. Okay, now, and on this side here, all that's going on to this is the wee clips. Okay. Now, although they're both yellow or lemon, whatever you want to call it as. Now you'll see how I've done this, right? So what I do is I fold my wire back over the thickness of the wire, because there's a good thickness in this. Where's my camera? There you are. I'm trying to work upside down and it really, that's, there you go, there's the bad boy. See? So now hopefully if I twist this enough, because unfortunately this is quite a thick wire, so it might not work on this. Nah, it's not. Like I was hoping to. So I'll just do the usual then. I'll just double this up. So then that goes into the hole, like so. And there you go. Now that's actually, standing on the wire. There you go. So that's quite a, you're not going to see obviously for my finger. Oh, if I go that way. That's quite a tight fit into there. There is no wire showing, nothing sticking out. Alright, so I'm quite comfortable that I can now go with this and go to the yellow one. Just crimp this. Now, right, so that's that. Now, if I look at my wire, I'll see that this one here has got the writing on it. And the writing is the positive, which means this is the negative. So right away, the first thing I'm going to do is this. Get a bit of black tape. Okay. And I'm going to cover this whole yellow so that it's showing a black end. Right. And then I'll just follow the tape up. And I now know that this connection goes to earth. So we'll just do the same with this one. Peel it over because we know that this is too thick. Put it right into there. And then just, I'll go with this because they're quite heavy duty, them things. And there we go. That's going no place as well. So we'll do the same with that. Oh, get a bit of red tape. And then cover this onto the red one. So that we know this is, yes, you've guessed it, that's the live one. Well done. Top of the class. Okay. So there. In all its holy godness and essence, I think actually what I'll do though is, this red tape is it's not as nice a finish as the black one. So if I snip that rather than tear it, I'll get a better finish onto it. If you're going to do a job, do it right. It's worth doing properly. Now you may be surprised that I am not a skilled mechanic, electrician, technician. I've just learned all this stuff over the years. So here we go. I've now got, these are going out into the battery terminals. This whole length of cable, actually, which I'll roll up in my hand because it'll let you see how much there is. Right. This is all going to be sitting in the frunk of the car. Okay, so I've now got this kind of cable, and all I'm looking for is to pull that out of the car, and that will plug onto the other end of the battery charger. So that's me finished indoors. Let's go and fit it to the Porsche. Well, that wasn't easy, but rather than wasting a lot of time, here's what I've done. Okay, now it's hard to get this onto the camera. There you go. Right, so right in here from the battery, as you can see, there's the positive to the red, the negative to the black. Alright, now there is no hole coming through from the firewall to the frunk. Alright, and I'm no way to drill nothing. So all I've done is, because this is, look, there's quite a bit of movement in this rubber. Like, so I'm not sure how it's going to go, but what I've done is, at least I've done that, and I've run it all this way around here, which means it's underneath this box here, and it's into this compartment. And there it is. So all I do is I take the compartment off, put my hand in, there's the wire, look. So if we go up to here, inside, so inside the garage, hey Bo, hey pal, right, so inside the garage, as you can see, I've done this now, so that's it fixed. So I'm showing you the live just now so that it's in there, alright, and there's what the problem was. Look, the end of my cable is just, that's it, it's just sitting there like that. Okay, so without further ado, there's the setup, there's the box there, and here's me. let's bring the car in and let's show you it actually working. Okay, so that's the car part. Here's what I do now. Open the trunk. Remove my cover. All the way up. Shut the front, and then from the end of the wire here, right, just plug it in. That wire just hangs there nice and safe. Then I plug in onto here. There you go, that's optimising it. So, never again do I have to worry about the car going flat. So there you have it, all done, all dusted. Never again will I have a flat battery on that car, even out of my own stupidity, as long as that's plugged in. Now, as I've said, I'm selling the house here and I'm moving, and that's when House to Home will start. And one of the projects down there will be the garage, so I don't know how long of cable I'm going to need. But now I've got that long cable in there, hey, world's my oyster. Who knows, might come up with an even better invention. So, thanks for watching. Keep yourself safe. Until the next time, hit that subscribe button.